Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's been a minute, but we are back in Juneteenth month, and this is Dominic. The lights seem different, the space looks different, but as you can see, that you probably can't see, is that I moved to Los Angeles the 1st of June. So it makes a very amazing June because first off, being a black man first, Juneteenth was around the corner for me. Also, gay pride, I am a gay man. So therefore, I'm out here to, support all the moments and all the causes because I'm all of those things in one. So the recap starts. But before we start the recap, we're gonna go with my Santa stick to kind of really set good energy. It's been a very long time since I've been on live or anything with a camera. So just beware of my eye contact, losing where I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm just getting back in the mix. But welcome to my new space. I have light. In my other YouTube, I had to do a lot of YouTubes in my roommate's room or places that were not my space because it wasn't a lot of light, and I love natural light, vitamin D, the good energy that brings to that. So here we are at my new apartment, and I'll give you the recap on that now. So I've been for months preparing myself to move to Los Angeles. It's been a process, but I've been wanting to move here since I was probably in my mid 20s. So I always had this idea of moving here, but didn't have, not say the courage, but the tools to be successful here. Because my first move was New York City. I was 19, 18 years old, going to FIT, and my parents dropped me off, and I had to figure it out, So with a lot of hills and trials and tribulations, I had to learn to really grow and become familiar and comfortable in the city that I became my second home, and that's New York City. So as time went on, years went on, I became an adult. I'm now in my mid 30s, and I said I made sure that I planned this this move accurately, and that was because I did a long trip for 16 days to visit LA to really see if I really hit and clicked it was right for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going during the pandemic to check out LA, and I did. I explored everywhere. I stayed in East Los Angeles. For New Yorkers who are trying to transition to Los Angeles, going to like East Hollywood is a little bit more rougher, but it's more of an urban energy. So if you're used to New York City or Philadelphia or DC kind of urban congested area, you'll be very familiar and comfortable living there because you're kind of central and you can go each way you want to live your best life, right? So for me, for past 4 years, my brain was I'm gonna be moving down to East Los Angeles, Hollywood area because I'm not a driver yet. It's another story I get to at some point, but for now I don't know how to drive, so the trains are perfect for me. So as time went on, this year I went to come visit, and I spent a lot of time in Venice. One of my closest friends, someone I have a slight crush on, but one of my close friends, he's an artist, and he was out in Venice. So besides him, I just love the energy there and the vibe, and I had to really just be out there. And it was literally like an hour some change ride from East LA to the west side of Los Angeles, where Venice is at, a little further down. So I was really taking that travel because I love the neighborhood, but not realizing that I would live here at some point. Even before I left, brought a Venice hat, just because I love being there. So as time went on, after that 16 days of traveling to all parts of LA, I loved it all, but I still thought I was moving to East LA because I can't drive yet. Long story short with this conversation about me, I'm making the transition. I was at a friend's house a couple months ago during the cherry blossom or whatever month that is. And I had an interview and it went really well. And the manager said, when you come, you have an opportunity out here. I support you. So when you're ready to move, let me know. And for me, becoming an adult, I want to make sure that this next move, previous to New York City, I would be ready and prepared to really be settled in my new space. So when I got the go ahead of a job, I said, well, there's no reason not to explore this and make it happen now. You know, had a little bit of saving from the pandemic, and I've been doing savings, so therefore I had the money and the job to make the move. All I knew was an apartment. So what I did was, with the job, I put the zip code into the search for rooms for rent or subleasing, and I found a perfect place near my job, about a 15-minute walk. Since I can't drive yet, it was really important for me. So people who are want to move to the West Coast who cannot drive, make sure when you're looking for jobs, it will save you a lot of time. Even if you do have a car, find a job kind of in your zip code or close to it, so it's easy to get there, because between traffic, you can drive or you can't drive in public transportation. It's going to be difficult, especially with public transportation here in Los Angeles. It's pretty dirty. I live in New York City, you know, Philly, but something about Los Angeles public system is a little more, a little sticky, a little sticky. So that being said, I'm going to be preparing to learn how to drive. That's why I made this move, because I knew living in New York City, I wasn't going to really be accountable for learning how to. So there was my chance to finally know what Dom, move to a place that needs to have a car, so freaking just do it, you know? So I did. So I planned everything well. I saved up. I would say I saved up a good $8,000 for this move. It was about $2,000 to move my stuff from Los Angeles to New York City. I mean, opposite. That's because also gas prices when you're moving across country has skyrocketed. So it used to be like 1,000 some change, but now it kind of doubled because of this whole government thing and the gas prices. So be prepared to spend a little bit of money for that. If you can't figure out that movers company, then the pods are a great option. They're under $1,500 to $1,000 for a pod. They're like I forgot the exact size, but they're a good amount to get a couple of your stuff there. Not your whole apartment, but a small studio or a small house, you know? So that was the search, and then from there, plane tickets, make sure you do that in advance. It's gonna run you about $400 at the most. But if it's one way, it's gonna be way less. Of course, maybe $175 to $250 one way if you do it at the proper time. So it can work out if you find the right deals. Make sure you prep for this move, because it was a move that I prepped for, and so far it's going so smooth, and I'm loving it. I love the energy of the people, the vibes. There's some things to say about the people here are kind of true about being flaky, but it's more not flaky, it's more just kind of being up in the air, kind of like whatever happens, but you do tend to see that a lot, and it can come off a little annoying after a while. But if you're about doing your own moments, then you'll be fine. So just try to just stay focused on what you're here for, because this is a hustle city. So it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's sunshine, but also remember too, you're here to do something. Unless you're already rich and doing your own thing, you know, you don't need any money. But it's a city where you can definitely make some dreams come true. So that's the update for now. I'm sure there's more I can talk about, but this is kind of a quick synopsis of my first almost month, not month, but you know, first half of the month being here in this Juneteenth Gay Pride Month. It's been a great time to move for me. Like I said, both of these times are important for me. Black people, my queer people who are here. So stay tuned for more content from me. Now I'll have light and space to do so. You can see a lot more from me with shows and the ideas I'm going to be pitching and doing myself. So yeah, let's see what happens. I'm out in Hollywood, you know, I'm an artist, but you know, I have so many other talents on the show. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoy my space in our new home for conversations. And love you guys. All right, peace. Gotta go.